Hello, it's me, it's your girl Tan. Hey subscribers, hey new subscribers, and if you just seeing me, it's your girl Tan. How y'all doing? Y'all know I be rolling in these YouTube streets one deep. You know me. No, but I be peeping, I be looking, and I be paying attention. Y'all all see this in the blogs, what's going on with Cassie. And also with Puff Daddy, P Daddy, Titty. You know, she had filed the lawsuit, a civil lawsuit to get money for 30 million, saying that he abused her in the course of their relationship and everything, and he settled out with her immediately. I have allegedly at that, and I have questions with that because with a lawsuit, it does take a while. Even if you do settle, it does take a while. I mean, was this? Did they just file? Did she just file the lawsuit, or she been filed the lawsuit, and we are just finding out about the lawsuit and the settlement of it all? And I just been sitting here thinking, you know, is the reason why she filed that suit, was it because in the news, in the media, they all saying that they coming for Puffy, they finna take him down, for the mistreatment of people in the business, personal level, however you want to see it, boys and girls, allegedly. All right. So did she file this suit because there's a bigger lawsuit that's coming out for Puff that she might have a connection with? Because even though, true enough, it is stated and it's been rumored, allegedly that, he had been mistreating Cassie, however you pronounce her name, in the course of their relationship. He met her when she was 19. He was in his 30s. She was on the show. I never did get too much into the show or whatnot, but did she participate in some other things that is not being disclosed that may be incriminating to her, considering that she has went on with life and got married and had two beautiful babies, that she's trying to distance herself away from and making herself as a victim. So when their case do surface, they can't come at her as a person, a defendant, but as far as a victim, can use her to come against him instead of charging her with him for the crime. I'm just wondering, because if they saying that they coming for him and this and that and this and that, and all of a sudden, I mean, if you left him, and then that's the question too. If he was controlling you and everything like that, if he was controlling you and every time you left, the people was calling, talking about he was going to, diminish your career and this and that and other, how did you get away from him? That I always wondered. If y'all know, let me know in the comments. Also, too, with famous success come bullshit, and I kind of heard Slim Doug on what some of the stuff he said. I didn't get to see all of it, but I seen some of it, and what I did see, I kind of agree. Even though unfortunately, allegedly, that she states that she had been mistreated. 50 they came out with that video of that talk with 50 saying that the pictures of Cassie in compromising position and rituals, doing rituals. We all know that they supposed to be in this secret society. And they do things like this in order to obtain power and wealth. This is the things that they have to do. So I'm just with that, when I'm wondering, she's saying all this, she got away, she went on. Well, if it was like that, why she didn't say anything when she first got away from him? Why did she wait now? That's why I want to know, is it a bigger picture of that she's trying to disassociate herself with? I know that she was young, he put drugs in her, but you can tell an unwilling spirit. And if it meant for you to give up your career, that's what should have been done. My thing, I want to know, y'all have to excuse me, my dreads. I got my dreads covered up. About to get ready to start cooking. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. If I don't talk to y'all tomorrow, y'all don't eat too much, but eat enough. I'm quite sure she signed up for this. I'm quite sure she knew this. I want to know, where did Cassie come from? Did she come from some type of sex slave form? Where do these girls come from? Because it seemed like you'll go through the abuse and do all this. He giving you gifts while you doing what you want to do. But then here you come 3 years later and you stating something else. I'm not understanding. I'm trying to understand if you doing sexual ritual things with these and he got guys coming, they having F off. That's what allegedly they said he was having, where he was having online looking for male, men of the night that, just like women that sell their thing and do what they do for change. Make sure she get the ones with the big black ones, or however you want to put it. And he used to watch her have intercourse with these guys and then he'll abuse her. But if that's not what she wanted, why did she stay there? I understand Stockholm Syndrome, but I'm just thinking that she signed up for this and she kind of knew about it. Not kind of, she did know about this. And was she groomed for this type of activities? Sometimes these people, they come from a whole different type of way of being raised, and they are raised and groomed to be sex slaves, to be abused, to be sexually fluid. They are raised that way, and so they are used to it. And then, but they know when the public hear about it, it's not right, and we're gonna speak out. But to them, that's the way that they are raised up. You have to find out where these people come from, how they was raised. Because I'm just to me, and maybe not to you. She knew what she signed up for. I hate that it happened to her. But maybe she was groomed or grew up to be in this type of lifestyle, because it just don't seem right as a woman. And if you are a scorned woman and you're getting out of a relationship where you feel like that you was done wrong, you're going to say something. You're not going to wait unless you have a gag order. That's why I'm asking, is it a bigger picture, the reason why she came out with this civil suit? It really wasn't for the money. That was a plus, but it was to disassociate her from, another thing that's going to happen that's going to be really big. It might cost her her freedom or her lifestyle or whatever. However, you just have to think about this here. Because them people into them different stuff. They into some stuff that us normal people, some people probably would get into it because they want the money. But if you not with all that, you wouldn't do. So, I just think, before, you go out, it shouldn't have happened. He shouldn't have abused her. But if she, and it's not a but I'm just saying, if she came from that, that's what she used to, because she hadn't said anything about it. She went on with life. So it just as clueless, What did Puffy buy her? Was she bought? Did this guy buy her from Puffy, and that's how she got away? Because it's the same with Jada. Jada said she did not like Will. She said when they had to come find her and pull her down the aisle, she was screaming and crying. Did Will buy Jada? That's why she don't mind going out here telling all his business. Was she also in that type of lifestyle? Because she said her grandmother taught her how to, take care of herself and make herself happy at 9. I personally, let me put it like this, because this 2023, so it's anything is possible. Anything is possible. I personally, and I hope I personally don't know of anyone that would teach their 9-year-old granddaughter, grandson, daughter, or son how to self-please themselves. It's too many other things to do. So that right there let me know they was into some other shit. They was in a whole different type of lifestyle. And we have to sit back and think, what is the big picture? What is the backstory? because these people come from somewhere else. If these people ain't normal, and we just like them because they famous, they beautiful, they got money, and that's what we want, you know. And we try to follow them. We don't need to follow them because it's a backstory. They be into stuff. We hearing about Scientology and everything. We heard, you know, and I know I'm getting off of P Diddy and Puffy, but I'm gonna I'm talking about Jada now. You know that Lena, she had let it out that Will and Jada was into Scientology, so they kind of explain some of the stuff that they be doing. You know, all of this stuff is a distraction and just to keep us distracted, period. You know, I just came to share this with you guys. I just was wondering, you know, because did Puffy buy her? That's why he was already buying her with gifts, but did he buy her? Was it an agreement like, okay, because she knew once she signed her name, she knew it wasn't going to be a walk around the roses. You know, a lot of us want to be, a lot of women want to have a man with the bag, but the man with the bag sometimes, you know, it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. You know, we see the movies, we see the stories, you know, and they may be fictional, but they, in real life, you know, you got the man with the bag. Get some things you gonna have to do and accept and take, and that might come with ass whooping, broke nose. They saying they bringing doctors in from out of states, making an at-home hospital to, you know, repair these injuries. This is the lifestyle. So I'm just wondering, you know, did they come from some type of like cult or something and groomed to be, you know, sex slaves, and they bought them, and that's why they go through what they go through? And is the bigger picture not the abuse of Puffy? I'm going back to Cassie, of Puffy, but of her participating in something far more greater with Puffy and trying to disconnect herself from it. And the money was just a plus, you know. And as I said about Jada, you know, did Will buy her? Did he buy her? Because obviously there's no love. And the man with the bodyguard who came out or whatever, the first assistant, he's dead wrong. If you was his friend, regardless of what happened, you should never got up there and told them people business. Never. You know, I want to say shout out to one of my subscribers, maybe not a subscriber, but one of the people that listen, they had asked me to look at the Cabbage Patch Kids, and I did. And it took me for a loop because I remember a long time ago, well, I'm up in age, I've seen pictures like that. I didn't know. And I remember the cartoons with the kids, with all the babies, and not knowing that the Cabbage Patch Kids backstory was back in the late 1800s. They started flooding like postcards, because back then they had postcards. We had postcard. You rarely see a postcard now. Postcards with nothing but little bitty babies on there, and they was coming from the Stark, and they were coming out the Cabbage, it's like Cabbage Patch Kids and whatnot, and come to really what was really going on. In one instance that I heard, I'm gonna explain all the instances I heard. In one instance, these postcards was showing the babies that they were selling. On those postcards, each baby on there was a baby that they were selling. Another instance that they were saying, this is when they opened up the baby incubators, okay? And they started making babies. You remember when you say you a test tube baby? Well, they was making babies. They didn't, I looked, and everywhere I looked, they were saying that they couldn't find an origin of the mom or the dad. It was like baby incubators come up. This is way back in the early 1900s. And they had baby incubators, and they was just getting babies, and they was selling these babies. This way, baby. Give me a second. Just give me a second, okay? Okay. Thank you. Okay. And they was selling these babies, and as you can remember, back in when we see those movies back long time in the 1900s, you know, people was selling babies to people, to the rich and famous. People didn't know where the babies come from. This come from the Cabbage Patch Kids. They just get the baby, like the Cabbage Patch Kids. You get the baby, and it has the birth certificate, and it tells you, I'm gonna be good, I'm gonna be an athlete, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, you know. And it's just one to make you wonder, you know, what were these babies coming from? They was manufacturing these babies. They also now they are doing it now. They not doing it in incubators. They now have these it is incubators, but incubators that you can put in your house and watch your baby grow. You can look it up. I forgot the name of it. You can watch the baby grow. And this is what you kind of like the Stephen King movie, The Babies, those kids, white hair, children of the corn, children with no souls. So you have to be wondering that these people that's, to me, with the Cabbage Patch Kids, and not knowing when they were creating these babies, you know, or some of these stores, I know it sounds crazy, some of these stores, where they come from. Like I was saying, where do they come from? Where are their parents? You know, take a look at the Cabbage Patch Kids. I'm going to take a little bit more depth in it. I'm going to explain a little bit more. But it's about child trafficking. That's basically about where the story from the Cabbage Patch came from, even though we had the dolls and it was a frenzy back in 83. Everybody had to have a doll. I didn't have one. I stayed in the CUNY homes, which is in Third Ward, Texas, Houston. So I was kind of poor. I didn't have one, but I stole one. God forgive me. I stole one from this little girl, bless her heart. I know I broke her heart, but I did. I just had to have one because everybody else was having one. But anyway, this is supposed to be dealing with the child trafficking and everything, and the making of babies, of cloning and genetically engineering people. So you just have to wonder what they was doing that back then. You know they still doing it, and they have came a long way, because we do have Clone Center Clone Aid with Eve was the first clone baby supposed to be made, but they had been doing it way back in the day, as I'm telling you about the Cabbage Patch Kids. Take a look at that and see what you think about yourself. But like I said, do you think, you know, Cassie was trying to distance herself from a bigger picture, and it wasn't really about the abuse, but about something deeper that's finna happen with Puffy, and she's trying to disconnect herself with? And also, do you think Will about Jada? And that's why they never gonna get a divorce, because that Jada is his investment, and he don't care what she do. He bought her, and he's gonna keep her. I'm just asking, allegedly. Tell me what you think. All right, like I said, y'all, happy Thanksgiving. I'm about to go cook. Y'all have a great time. Don't eat too much, but eat enough. You know what I say. Fuck them naysayers, because all they do is run their motherfucking mouth. And sometimes, you know what, you just gotta say fuck everybody. I'm just saying. Y'all have a good day. Love you. You take care. Bye.